the world's first trillionaire, Elon Musk. But the most important money he ever made wasn't his first billion, it was his first million. Because that first million changed everything. Tesla didn't make Elon Musk rich, SpaceX didn't make him rich, and Twitter certainly didn't make him rich. Years before rockets, electric cars, and artificial intelligence, Musk was a broke immigrant sleeping on an office floor, showering at a public gym, and desperately trying to keep a tiny startup alive. A startup almost nobody remembers today. But without that company, there might never have been a Tesla. There might never have been a SpaceX. There might never have been Elon Musk as we know him. This is the story of Zip2, the company that gave Elon Musk his first fortune. In 1999, Musk walked away from the sale of Zip2 with roughly $22 million. Today, that number doesn't sound particularly impressive, not when the same man would later become worth hundreds of billions. But just 4 years earlier, he couldn't afford an apartment. So how did that happen? To answer that question, we need to go back to South Africa. As a child, Elon Musk wasn't popular. He wasn't an athlete. He wasn't the leader of a social group. What he was, however, was obsessed. Obsessed with books. Obsessed with science fiction. Obsessed with technology. Obsessed with the future. While most children focused on the world around them, Musk spent his time imagining worlds that didn't exist yet. He read constantly, sometimes for hours at a time, sometimes for entire days. School wasn't easy for him. He was bullied repeatedly and often felt isolated from the people around him. Instead of turning outward, he turned inward, into books, into ideas, and eventually into computers. At the age of 12, Musk taught himself programming, not through expensive courses, not through mentors, mostly through books and experimentation. Soon after, he created a simple video game called Blastar and sold the code to a computer magazine. The payment was only around $500. It wasn't life-changing money, but it taught him something important. For the first time, he realized that something created entirely in his mind could generate money in the real world. Years later, he wouldn't just sell software, he would sell companies. But first, he had to leave home. Musk believed the future of technology would be built in North America, not South Africa. Not because South Africa lacked talent, but because the money, talent, and opportunities were concentrated elsewhere. So he left. No guarantees, no investors, no safety net. Only a belief that he needed to get closer to the future. The move wasn't glamorous. He worked difficult jobs, lived cheaply, and slowly made his way toward the center of the technology world. Then he encountered what would become the biggest opportunity of the decade: the internet. Today, it's difficult to imagine how early this was. Most businesses didn't have websites. Many people had never sent an email. Some believed the internet would change the world. Others thought it was a temporary trend. Musk looked at the same technology and saw something different. Not uncertainty, inevitability. He believed the internet would transform almost every industry. The question wasn't whether it would happen. The question was, who would build the companies that benefited from it? In 1995, Musk and his brother Kimball launched Zip2. The idea was surprisingly simple: help businesses exist online. Today, that sounds obvious. In 1995, it sounded strange. Many business owners didn't understand why they needed a website. Others didn't believe the internet would matter. Potential customers rejected them, investors rejected them, and money disappeared faster than it arrived. The problem wasn't that Zip2 was a bad idea. The problem was that it was too early. Most business owners simply couldn't see what Musk saw. Some thought the internet was a toy. Others thought it would disappear within a few years. Trying to sell websites in 1995 was a little like trying to sell smartphones in 1985. The future seemed obvious to Musk, but almost nobody else could see it. As cash ran low, life became increasingly difficult. According to several accounts, Musk couldn't afford both an apartment and an office, so he made a choice. He rented the office and lived in it. His desk became his workplace during the day and his bedroom at night. He would code for hours, fall asleep in the office, wake up, shower at a nearby gym, and start again. Day after day, week after week, month after month. What makes this part of the story remarkable isn't that Musk worked hard. Thousands of founders work hard. What's remarkable is how long he was willing to continue when there was almost no evidence that it would work. And eventually, something started to change. The internet kept growing, slowly at first, then much faster. Businesses that once ignored it suddenly wanted websites. Newspapers wanted digital directories. Customers wanted information online. And Zip2 had spent years building exactly what the market was beginning to demand. For the first time, the company wasn't fighting against the future anymore. The future had finally arrived. Revenue increased, investors became interested, the company expanded, and for the first time, success looked possible. But that's when Musk encountered a problem he didn't expect. The company was growing, and investors no longer wanted him in charge. Musk wanted to run the company himself. The board disagreed. Experienced executives were brought in to lead the business. Imagine spending years building something from nothing, only to watch control slowly move into someone else's hands. Many founders would have walked away. Musk stayed, and the conflict wasn't over. In 1999, computer giant Compaq offered to buy Zip2. The deal was worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Most founders would have celebrated immediately. Musk didn't. He believed the company could become much larger. He didn't want to sell, at least not yet. But the board and investors supported the acquisition. Eventually, the deal moved forward. When it closed, Musk received roughly $22 million. Almost overnight, the broke immigrant who once slept on an office floor became a multi-millionaire. For most people, that would have been the finish line. For Musk, it was the starting line. Instead of protecting his fortune, he immediately put much of it back at risk. That money would eventually help fund X.com, which would later become PayPal. And PayPal would open the door to everything that followed: SpaceX, Tesla, and one of the largest fortunes in modern history. But here's what most people get wrong about Elon Musk's success. They think the story begins with Tesla. It doesn't. Tesla made him vastly richer, but Zip2 made Tesla possible. Without Zip2, there may be no PayPal. Without PayPal, there may be no SpaceX. Without SpaceX, there may be no Tesla as we know it today. The first fortune mattered because it created the opportunity for every fortune that followed. The real lesson isn't about genius, and it isn't about luck. The real lesson is that extraordinary wealth is often built by recognizing major shifts before everyone else does. While most people were debating whether the internet mattered, Musk was already building for the future he believed was coming. That didn't guarantee success. It simply gave him a chance. And when the world finally caught up, he was ready. Elon Musk's first fortune wasn't built with rockets. It wasn't built with electric cars. And it wasn't built with artificial intelligence. It was built by seeing a wave before everyone else and staying alive long enough to ride it. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe to Fortari. Every week we explore the hidden decisions, risks, failures, and turning points behind some of the world's greatest fortunes. Because behind every great fortune, there's a story most people never hear.